find someone who'll buy the things I can sell. Ooh, won't somebody please buy the things I can sell? I was born in flame and ashes. I will rebuild the world that everyone else trashes. You have the matches, you have the flame. You can light my world on fire, but watch me rise again. Hey. I will rebuild the world that everyone else trashes. You have the matches, you have the flame. You can light my world on fire, but watch me rise again. Watch me rise again. Let me warn you that pain is nothing new. Yes, you can hurt me, but you're not the only one. No, you're not the only one. There's nothing you can do that hasn't already been done. Created the game, you made the rules. I played my part, but I refuse to stay the fool. You can break my heart, but you can't break me. I'm rising up, I'm reaching out, I'm soaring free. I'm soaring free. I am the phoenix, rising up. Light this world on fire, but I will rise again. I am the phoenix, watch me rise again.
Phoenix, watch watch me rise again. Go ahead and turn back on my mic. This is the question I've got. Am I going to let them beat me, or am I going to rise up? And that's where the whole I Am the Phoenix came from. So that is the story behind that song, and I absolutely, still to this day, do love that song and do sing that song to myself when I'm facing issues that I don't know how to handle, that seem like they're about to take me out and I need a little boost of hope. It's a reminder, I'm a fighter. I don't go down. Ever. You know, you may take me out temporarily, but you cannot keep me down. So we're going to return now that we've had that mantra. And the one before that is another one that I actually did write. It's actually part of my book, The Poverty Diaries, where I wrote a poem about stuff I could sell. So I took the lyrics to that poem and I popped it into AI. And yes, Suno helped me to create the background music for it. But those are both songs that I wrote. All right, so we're in Illustrator. We've got the rough sketch of our guitar. We are going to round it out here in Illustrator. I'm going to lock this down so that I can't move the actual art there, and so it won't be interrupted. I'm going to grab the pen tool. You guys may or may not be familiar with Illustrator, but it is where I do a lot of my cleanup work. So we're going to come over here. And you just click on the area to create an anchor. So we'll create the anchor for the headstock first. Bloop. And it says stretch it out. You can notice it's turning a curve. We're going to zoom out a little bit so you can see the whole thing. And it makes straight lines so much easier. So much easier. All right, so we're going to pop that down there. Oop, nope, that's not what I want. Anchor that there. Up here. Come back over here. Whoop. Yeah, just a little bit too much. There we go. Now we got a nice clean outline. Oop, I forgot to turn on the actual part that does outlining. So we want a stroke outline for that. There we go. Now you see how much cleaner that is compared to my little sketch there. So much nicer, so much cleaner. We're going to drop another layer in here, and I'm going to actually sketch out the guitar using it. When it comes to illustrations like these, well, there's a reason they call Illustrator the bomb.com when it comes to stuff like this, because it makes it so much easier to create nice, clean illustrations. And yes, I can make the line width thicker. Come over here to the properties. See how the stroke is set to 1 right now? If I want it thicker, I can set it to a 3, which I do. I think I want that thicker, and I can also choose a brush stroke type somewhere around here. But yeah. Yep. These are, Illustrator is ideal for doing work where you want to create something like a logo or that's strictly line art. Anytime you want to do something like that, Illustrator is where you want to work, because that's what it was really designed to do. And I'm going to create the little ovals up here at the top that are the tuning knobs. And now they'll be exactly the way I want them to be instead of like nubs. Just copy those and we can adjust them as we need them to be adjusted. I guess someday I should do I wrote this song stream and just go through the music in my playlist and explain to you guys why I wrote it, what its meaning is, what was happening in my life at that point in time. And, you know, just how I come up with things. You know, maybe you guys would find that interesting. Maybe not. Just have fun with it sometime. I think it's fun. I actually really want and intend to learn to do more of my own digital art, or not digital art, digital music creation. I'm good with lyrics. I have great vocals. When it comes to actually putting together tracks, though, that's where I'm weak. Nice, Timmy! Good to see you, my friend. Said my prayers for you today. Well, actually, everybody in this chat has been prayed over, so you guys don't get that as an option. You know, you can count on it. It's just one of those things that I do. I figure that prayer is one of those acts of service that, even though it may seem small to some people, and some people may think it's meaningless, it's kind of like tuning a radio dial. Like if you think about your brain as a radio, and we pick up radio frequencies all the time, then prayer is the tuner knob for that, and you're really kind of tuning yourself into, without even trying, the needs and concerns of the other person. And I've found it time and again that people that I pray for, things come across my desk, or I stumble across something that's helpful and useful to them, and so even without intending to, I can be of service to them in a way that's unique for their need. And listening to me while cleaning up the kitchen is probably the perfect use of your time, Timothy. Oh my goodness. That is a way to multitask. And I am not in the least bit offended by somebody who chooses that. One of the nice things about Illustrator 2 is that if I need to just look at the line work and I don't want to see the fill, all I have to do is come over here and click this button that says none. And that now has turned off, oops, the fill, and I can see it becomes transparent to me. So see, the line work is still there, but I can now see where I need to put in those strings. So that's exactly what we're going to be doing right now. We're going to be coming over here and adding in the strings for each of these little knobs. And we'll tie them down to the edge. There we go. That's string 1. See, it's just a line, so there's nothing to shape. Ooh, we've been overdoing it lately. Yeah, take care of yourself, man. Don't stress yourself out over the small stuff. Life's precious. Time is short. Small stuff, not that big a deal. In the grand scheme of things. I think that's something that I've had to learn over the years too, is like, focus on what really matters and let go of the little crap. Of course, sometimes you have a hard time discerning what's little crap and what's big crap, because sometimes the little crap can feel like the big crap of the moment. Hey, thanks, Sean. Yeah, I'm working through Illustrator and showing everybody how nice it plays with you when you want to create like an illustration like this. How much easier it makes the process and how much cleaner. So I'm going to come back in and I'll re-add that background and I'll send this, arrange, send backward till you get to the point. Well, actually, yeah. Send backward until you get to the point where the strings start showing up. Oh, maybe I put it on the wrong layer. Probably. Boop boop. I did indeed. These need to sit on top of that for you to be able to see them. There we go. And then I can see too where I've got them too close together or the bends are too tight. Yeah. Got to get the grandson's guitar done for his 16th birthday. Yeah, Timmy, I hear that. I've been watching you work on that thing. It is a beauty. I will say that. It is a beauty. He's going to be a very lucky guy. And you know, the luckiest part about it is that it's going to be done with love by his own grandfather. That is something that is so precious when you look back in time and the person that created it for you is no longer there. And that just gives you something to hold on to. I think that's so precious. Ugh, I hate the way that comes out. I'm gonna have to zoom in here and straighten my lines out. There we go. Ba-doo, ba-doo, ba-doo. There we go. That's better. You don't want the lines too close to each other because they're supposed to look like strings on a guitar, not just random placement pieces. Now let's see if that fixed that problem. It's better, not great. Let's fix the, this time we'll fix the actual curvature. Because we did it as a path, we can do that. There we go. That's better. That looks so much nicer. Stop misbehaving, you little tweak. There we go. Cleaner. Hey, Kitty! I haven't seen you in forever! Yeah, I remember you. You were in one of my first streams, so it's nice to see you again. I try to remember everybody who comes visiting. I always want you guys to know how much I appreciate your presence in my life. And I do not take that for granted. Like, there we go. Got it straightened back out. What's been happening in your life, lady? Anything special? Okay, there we go. That's 4th strings. We're going to move that over. And that is the nice thing about Illustrator too. It allows me to just grab it and move it. Don't have to make a big fuss about it. Not a need for a big production or any erasing. Just move it over. There we go. Wow. Move it on over. Oh, yeah. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. You have to swipe away from chat. No worries. Just been drawing and making jewelry lately. Ooh, nice. What kind of jewelry? I have dabbled in jewelry making myself from time to time. I don't do it a lot. Right now I don't have the tools and somewhat don't have the space, but I may get back into it because my granddaughter is getting old enough where I think she would enjoy doing that. I used to love doing actual gemstone jewelry. That is a bit of an expensive hobby. Phew, zoom out. Let's take a look at our guitar, folks. Oh, no, that's not quite working. We need to bend. We're gonna redo that path. It's not quite working for me. Not quite thick enough either. Doesn't match the other strings, so it'll look a little funky. But that's okay. That's a problem we can fix fairly easily. There we go. Get rid of that white part. Go back up here to the properties, change the stroke to 3. And there we go. It's now the appropriate thickness for the rest of the guitar. We're going to outline that in the 3-point stroke too. Did we get that taken care of? Yes, we did. So it all looks right. All right. View, fit all, and zoom out. See if we can get to the point where you can see it all. There we go. Good. All the lines look like they should. Most of your jewelry making's from beads and charms. That's nice. Do you do it just for yourself, or do you actually do it as a side gig? I mean, it's fine either way. I'm just curious. And now that we have this locked in, this 3-part to our guitar, we actually are lacking only one thing for it, and that is its little fret bars. And we're going to come around here and we're going to trace those with the ellipse tool. Rotate that and put it into place. The nice thing about this, when you're working with Illustrator, you're creating what are called vector graphics. And so they have infinite scale without losing quality. They don't become pixelated. If I can just get my rotation tool working right. Friends, family, and people at your church? That's awesome. That's the best way to get started. Do things for the friends, the family, and the church. Sometime you guys are going to have to show me pics so I can put them on screen. Introduce y'all to each other and what you do and get y'all interacting and engaging. Why doesn't it want to rotate? Maybe it's just I'm not working the tool right. Ah, there we go. It was me. Computer smarter than operator error. I hate those. Those don't really look like. I need them to be rectangular, I guess. So I'll just redo them. And we'll make sure these have 3-stroke also. Yes, they do. Good deal. We're ready to go. We're going to copy this. And, oh, no, it only copied part of it. There we go. Now it copied the whole thing. Sometimes Illustrator can be a little picky, but it's all good. When I first started working with Illustrator, I absolutely hated it. I didn't know how to work the controls. It took me a while to learn, but once I got used to it, I loved it. The controls are it was what I primarily used because I didn't have a drawing tablet. So it allowed me to manipulate things a lot easier and basically sketch out things. Spent a lot of years using Illustrator. All right, let's take a look and make sure that that's all good. Yes, it is. And those are a little sus, but you know, it's all right. We're not looking for perfection here. We're looking for people to get the idea by looking at it of what it's supposed to be. Oh, you have no idea what I'm being treated to in this house right now. I get the Ubi stream previews, which is always fun. There we go. Beautiful. Hey, Jeremy. Happy Monday to you, brother. Now that we've got all of this going on, we've got everything in place like we want it to, we get to do the fun part. There's a reason that I popped this into a square when I brought it up. We're going to group this together. That's going to turn it into a single manipulatable object. We're going to delete out the original image because I don't need it anymore, and the blank layer underneath. And now, if I want to color this, guys, what color should we make this guitar? Did we want a red guitar, or, you know, start a poll? What color is our guitar? Malachi, you're asking questions I have no idea the answer to. All I know is what I found and drew. red, green, blue, or other. Oh, reddish blue. So would that be a purple? I guess I should ungroup, basically, so that I can color just the body and the... Do we want to color the body and the headstock the same? Or do we want to make those different too? Let's see. Ungroup. There it is. Red will do. Yeah, we can do red. Let's do a bright red. Candy apple, man. Who doesn't love a candy apple? And we'll do those pickups and stuff as a silver. Oop! Got the wrong thing going on. We'll group those together. All right. Purple would be better? Okay, we can do purple. That's the nice thing too. Makes it easier to change colors. Are we talking a deep purple or... We can actually trace over that headstock. Make it purple too if we wanted to. Let's go here. Pluck. There we go. Now we got that. Match that. Jackson or Kiesel might come after you. Well, you know. Live on the edge. Live dangerously. At this exact instant? I don't know. Do you have people who are going to be watching? The only question I'd have. If you are, heck yeah, go for it. All right, let's... Group. All right, so now that we've got that guitar, here's something cool that we can do. We're going to create what's called a repeating pattern with this guitar, okay? And the way that we do that is pretty simple. We're going to copy it. We're going to bring the center of the graphic here in the corner. Oop. Come on. Let's zoom out a little bit. We got to make sure that what we have is exactly right. That's what I'm going to do. Do that. right at the V. That top. Come here, duplicate. And we'll do that at the bottom. Make sure we pick a point where it's easy for us to tell. The trick is to make sure that you're not overlapping any elements. And right now, we sure as heck are. That center V is going to be overlapped by this bottom, so we're going to move the center V over. Give it some room. There we go. Oh, sure, absolutely you can. All right, so we're going to export. We're gonna, easy for me to say, right? We're going to save as flying V pattern. And we have, yeah. Now, the only way to check and make sure that we're actually doing the right thing is to actually upload that to Spoonflower later. And let's do this. Export as, and we want the bounding box only if we can restrict it. Nah, it's not allowing us to. So what we'll have to do is pull it into Photoshop, restrict it to the bounding box, and then pull it in. And if we wanted to, one of the nice things about doing it, this tiling effect, is that you can then change and add colors to other things. So, all right, let me close out of this. I'm gonna take away the duplicates that we had there. I'm going to leave it just the center flying V all by its lonesome. Flying V isolated. There's some other things, cool things that we could do with Illustrator if we wanted to for the moment, but I've shown you the basics. So I'm going to load up Photoshop. And I'm going to show you how we crop, and then I'll show you how to upload. Oh, okay. Nice to see you, kitty. That's okay. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate it. Okay, let's make sure we get into Photoshop. Boom, boom. We're going to open up that flying V pattern. There we go. Open that up. We're going to restrict it to its bounding box. 300 DPI should be fine. And there you have it. See how it crops the rest out? So, all right. File, save as, and we'll see if this actually works when we pull it into Spoonflower. Flying V pattern .png. And one of the things that we can do, because it's on a clear background, is we could actually add a background if we wanted to. We can do different color variations. So like, for instance, if I wanted to add a pure blue background, if I thought that that would, or a gold, that's a good idea, actually, a gold up against that nice purple. I gotta pick the right color of gold, otherwise it's gonna look tacky. Which, not my fault. Ha 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 ha. And we are going to pop open our layers. There we go. I'll get them over here. Kind of like a brighter gold. So we'll do that. Woo! Yeah, that's bright. Yep. Okay. So now my lives, Kitty, are Mondays 6:30 to basically 7:45, and then Saturdays from 2 to 3 usually. But thanks for stopping by. I love it. All right. Now I'm going to pop open Spoonflower and show you how this works in that. And we'll be able to test and find out whether our tiling worked correctly or not. Whoop, that's not what I needed. Come on, window. Catch up with me. You can do it. I know you can. There we go. There's a good boy. I knew you could. Okay, so I'm going to log in as me. Ugh. I am not a robot, I promise. I hate being prompted to insist that I prove my humanity by checking a box. Doesn't this seem a little a little odd that you need to check a box to prove you're a human being? I mean, come on, guys. Come on. All right. Let's go back into here, the interactive episode. We'll upload the original Flying V, make sure it works. The answer we have to answer is, does it tile? Does it tile correctly? Does it look good? Woo, look at that. Okay, first of all, I am going to edit it a bit because it's too big. So I wanted it to be slightly smaller than it is. Yeah, see, it's at scale of 24 by 24. We wanted it 6 by 6, so I'm going to take this. There we go. That gives me an easy way to be sure it's tiling correctly. Oh yeah. All right, so let's go ahead and proof it. Make sure that it looks good. This is where you'll really be able to tell whether you did your work right or not. Yep. Oh, no, see how there's a mistake in our tiling. It's broken right there. Not doing its job correctly. See where else it broke. And this is why you look at it. You look really closely at it. You make absolutely sure that you have got it 100% correct before you try selling it to somebody else. Because imagine how unhappy you would be if you spent a lot of money on this stuff and then you get it and it's not even, it's junk. So I see an issue we're going to have to fix. All right, let's get the isolated V out of there. We're going to open up the other V, the pattern. That's what we need. Okay. See, my pink lines are now ending up where they're supposed to be, so that was my problem. I did not get that in place. Always make sure your two pink lines are in order. It'll make your tiling life so much easier. There we go. Save it. Close out of this. Come back in. YouTube. And we'll re-upload. Oh, I need to go pull that into Photoshop now. Sorry, guys. Skipping steps. Taking them for granted. That's what I don't need to do. Alright. I'm going to close out of this. I'm going to come back into the flying pattern. File, export, it's PNG. Yes, I do want to replace it. Now, I gotta put the other one, which is drop the gold background behind there. Save that and replace it. Now, when I upload this time, things should work. And I say should, but you'll still check. Replace the current file. Yes. Let's go back in here and make sure you guys can see what I'm seeing. There's my spoonflower. Woo. Is it not showing? It should be showing, but it isn't. There we go. Maybe. Maybe not. Yeah, it's just showing you guys blank. That's unfortunate. For some reason. Okay, maybe placement isn't right. I don't know. Yes, please continue. Oh. I don't know why it's not showing you Spoonflower now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and upload the files, and then I'm going to close out of Spoonflower and come back in and see if that fixes things. In the meanwhile, you can look at our happy flying V. Reload. Here we go. See if I can get it to show you what's going on with Spoonflower. Nope. So I'm gonna delete. I'm gonna close out of it and come back into it. Which I find frustrating that I have to do that. But you know what? If that's what it takes, that's what it takes. Oh my. Be sure that what we've got is the right one. Now you guys are seeing why I love Spoonflower. Turns a simple graphic into multiple products that I can sell. Multiple guitar themed things. And it's going to finish changing out. Proof it, make sure the tiling got fixed. Yeah, looking good. It is looking good. Seamless is what we want. Boop. We don't need the illustrations to be perfect, but we do need the seamless tiling to be perfect. And we have it. We have a winner! Hooray! All right, it looks good. We're gonna come in here, and we do have it at the scale of 6" by 6". The wallpaper is a 24" by 24", which is fine. Wallpapers can be bigger. Oh yeah. I like it. I like it. I like it. Worked with me to help me do this. So the nice thing is you guys don't need to pay me anything. I will give you a copy of the guitar design that we created together. All I need is you guys to send me an email and let me know you want my email address. Available only to those who show up and participate or watch the VOD later. And now that we've got this, we can go back into our design library. We know for a fact the tiling's correct, so the one with the yellow background is going to work perfectly. We're going to add a design to the collection. Woo! Okay. You know, we really don't need to proof it, but we're going to do it anyway because otherwise you can't sell it. Yee-hee! And on the off chance that we got the wrong, get the right roll in there. Okay, that's fine, 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 fine. Looking good. Looking good. And then we will want to change the scale, the fabrics and stuff. I just don't like it that big. Some people might. I just don't. Now, we'll save that. Mats or a sheet set or a table runner. All cool stuff. And yep, I can mark it for sale. Styles, I would say this is just modern. Patterns and techniques. Style. Occasions. Father's Day would be a good one. Graduation would be a good one. Not that these are required to be strictly those things. Valentine's Day, maybe. That would, you know, that would be a cute addition to it, would be to put little hearts in between. I may do that. I may actually go in and modify it. I may do one for St. Patrick's Day. I may do one for, I can't see this really being a baby shower fabric, but you never know. Multicolored. Vibrant. Guitar. Music. No, it's not mature content. Save. And there we have it. Hopefully you guys are enjoying me demonstrating this little process to you. It is a nice way to make a little side money with the art. I have never made a large amount of money from this stuff. I have made money from it, but I've also never really made an effort to promote it. So when you don't do the real promotion, you are not likely. And one of the cool things about Spoonflower is they have weekly design challenges. So if you are inclined to creating art, you might want to consider participating. Oh, he's having trouble hearing me. Is anybody else having trouble hearing me?
Maybe I have my system sound turned on.
Maybe. So like for instance, the is the one that's coming up, and then there will be a wildflower collage contest, which should be interesting. So those are good